What up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of RobHunterTV. Tribe, we are growing slowly but surely, and I appreciate each and every subscribe, each and every like, every comment, even if you don't agree. Even for those of you guys that don't leave nice comments, I appreciate all the engagement. I appreciate every eyeball, even the ones that are looking down or up. In fact, let me send this is a PSA to everybody that has joined the RobHunterTV family since I have rebranded. It was Laugh with Rob Hunter, now it's RobHunterTV. You guys mean the world to me. If attention is the new currency, I appreciate every ear, every eyeball, side eye, pink eye, black eye. Even if you got one eyeball, a glass eyeball, I'll take all the eyeballs I can get, even if it's a cyclops. In fact, I appreciate it more if you only got one eyeball. If you got one eyeball, it could be on the right or it could be in the middle of your head. I appreciate every type of optical view that I get. Today's show, of course, I got to give my weekly Free Shedeur Sanders update, but it's another bizarre week in Cuyahoga County. For those that do not know, that is Cleveland, Ohio. It just seems to get more and more bizarre and more peculiar and more just really Twilight Zone. The Cleveland Browns, they should be renamed the Cleveland Twilight Zone because that's what they are. That's what they are. They seemingly make choices, particularly Kevin Stanky. You would think Kevin Stanky was a defensive coach. How the hell you have a offensive-minded coach, but the defense is your hallmark? So the defense is actually succeeding in spite of Kevin Stanky. That's who should be getting the love. The defensive coordinator for the Cleveland Browns, whoever he is, or she, if it's a female defensive coordinator. I don't think it is, but if it is, whoever he may be, he need to be up for like all kind of jobs because he's managed to succeed. If you can succeed at anything football in Cleveland, that's something, because Kevin Stanky ain't won 2 games. Dillon Gabriel ain't won 2 games. The Cleveland Browns defense and its defensive coordinator has won 2 games. And since Dillon Gabriel has started, if you can imagine it getting any worse, it has. Okay, so the first week against the Vikings, they had 322 yards of offense. In the second week, let me look at it, 248 yards of offense. And then this week, for the grand finale of them all, the Cleveland Browns had a season low across the league of 206 yards. 206, and they won. And they threw, again, another league low, 111 passing yards. As if they needed any sort of positive feedback loop on this bullshit. They won the game. They won the game. It's the biggest nightmare scenario you can have. A quarterback and an offense perform that poorly and they win, because that's all Kevin Stanky need to just continue, because now in his mind there's no question who should be the starter going into this week. This false sense of success is the last thing Kevin Stanky needs. They have moonwalked their way into 2 wins that he had absolutely nothing to do with. You cannot keep turning in historically bad offensive performances with the expectation of winning. He would rather get fired or lose his job or wear this scarlet letter of Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco and Bailey Zappi than start the best guy for the job. Let me underscore another point here. I have seen over the past, I don't know, week and a half, like some Cleveland reporters asking the question, well, I mean, you know, he's 2-time coach of the year. You'd think he would know something about football or quarterbacks. Kevin Stanky, in 6 seasons, his highest finish is 2nd. And he's only done that 1 time. It has 0 playoff wins. Okay, yes, they won, but he wasn't a part of it. His record is 43-51 in 6 years. So when they aren't voting, when they aren't giving him awards, okay, the actual on-field results, okay, speak for themselves. And you know what they don't say? Coach of the year. That's what they don't say. Okay, but hey, if the writers want to get in the room and give it to somebody, sports writers have a history of doing goofy shit like that. How they gave MVP to Charles Barkley when Michael Jordan should have won it. So the Browns somehow this past weekend put up 31 points. Okay, they had the lowest offensive production, but still managed to put up 31 points against the lowly Miami Dolphins. And how Mike McDaniel still has a job, that's Ripley's, believe it or not. That's some whole other stuff right there. If I was a Miami Dolphins owner, I'd have come down on the sideline and taken the clipboard and the headset out of his hand myself. But that's neither here nor there. Quinshon Judkins had a decent performance. I mean, it was volume over basically productivity. He had 25 carries and he averaged less than 4 yards a carry. but he scored 3 touchdowns. So shout out to Quinshawn. And in his defense, it ain't like there was a threat of the pass with 111 yards. I mean, you facing 11 in the box, because at no point is Dillon Gabriel a threat to stretch the field. Kevin Stanky should do the right thing and start offering a certain percentage of his paycheck to the defense. Start with Myles Garrett. You just hand Myles Garrett your check. He'll give you however much you think you should have, and then he could disperse the rest to the defense. Now, having said all of that, Dillon Gabriel is taking a little bit of a beating from me personally. But that was because his attitude was talking about some
fabulous wisdom on how you tune out the noise and you don't let it infiltrate yourself. Will you share that with everybody at home?
You know, there's entertainers and there's competitors, and I totally understand that, and my job is to compete.
We knew what that shit was about. But the reality of the situation, him being on the field, it's not necessarily his fault, but it is his production. I gotta judge the production. You didn't put yourself in the game. I mean, you're actually performing like the camp arm day 3 pick that you were projected to be. You didn't ask to be picked in front of Shedeur, who was projected to go in the top 10. But the reality is that this is your opportunity, and sometimes you don't get a chance to pick how you get your opportunity, but it is your job to take advantage of it. So if you yourself believe that you're supposed to be the man, then you got to go out and perform like that. So now, judging the on-field results, Dillon Gabriel this season is averaging 109 yards a game. You heard that right, 109. He's thrown 2 touchdowns total to tight ends. Brown receivers as a collective only have 2 total touchdowns, and they're both by Cedric Tillman. One was an accident. Supposed to be an interception, but they have 2 total touchdowns.
The gun looking to throw, throws to the right, it's up for grabs, and it's caught! It was deflected! It was deflected by Humphrey and caught for a touchdown by Cedric Tillman.
This is Kevin Stanky's offense, okay? He built it, he constructed it, he designed it, he dreamt it. This is his baby. This is his ugly baby. I'm the pappy. You have the Davey O'Brien Award winner who set the record for highest completion percentage up under the exact same problems that y'all have. He had a leaky offensive line in college. They have a leaky offensive line in Cleveland. He's sitting right there. He was projected to go top 10. A lot of people thought he should have went to Cleveland at number 2.
When he's protected and playing in rhythm, he's the best pure pocket passer in this class. This would be the reason why Shedeur Sanders would be the number 2 overall pick. Makes sense to me.
He's sitting right there behind all this mess, behind this monstrosity of an offense that you've built. You got Shedeur Sanders, the potential answer to all of what ails you. Everybody that wasn't on the Browns payroll said that when they came to Cleveland Browns camp, has said that Shedeur Sanders was by far the best quarterback they had. So anybody that could speak independently, anybody that had freedom of speech, anybody that couldn't beat Doc Pay, anybody that couldn't beat Doc playing time, said that Shedeur Sanders was the best quarterback in Browns camp. Everybody saw it. Hey, you weren't blind. The players ain't blind. And yet when the depth chart came out, he was QB4.